Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pour. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look. So for this one, this gonna be about them 10 inmates that escaped prison in Louisiana. Now y'all know I made a video about this a few days ago. Saying how half of them was already caught, and I told y'all you can't just escape jail slash prison. Like you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, they gonna come get you, and it's gonna be more time. Well, with that being said, since then they done caught three more of them. Let alone on top of the people that they caught helping them out, they done caught three more of those inmates. So now they have a total of eight of them locked up, and there's still two on the run. I'm gonna let y'all hear this video, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I gotta say about it afterwards. All right, now look, let's go.
Of the remaining escaped inmates, that leaves just two on the run.
Andres Fuentes reports that Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald were captured in Texas. First, let's begin with Gabby Killett, who is live in Baton Rouge, where police caught Lenton Van Buren.
John, Lauren, 8 inmate escapees in custody and 2 to go. I'm here at Louisiana State Police headquarters in Baton Rouge, where police say they are speaking with Lenton Van Buren Jr. upstairs. Let me move out the way here so that you can see this vehicle. Police unit behind me is where police will be taking Van Buren into custody. They will then be going to the East Baton Rouge jail and onward from there to state facilities. Now, Baton Rouge police captured Van Buren this evening on the bench at a shopping center parking lot where he sat in front of a sneaker store. Now, police tell us that Van Buren.
All right, let me stop right there. Right. So out of the three that they didn't caught since then, one of them was sitting on a bench, broad daylight, like wasn't shit up. Like you ain't just escaped jail. You know what I'm saying?
Was in that shopping center off of Airline Highway near Interstate 12 in Baton Rouge. He was previously tracked to addresses in both Mississippi and New Orleans East, and court records detail that at least 4 alleged accomplices who helped him are now in custody. NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick promised to arrest all inmates at large late last week.
These people are going to be caught. That is a given. The timing of that may change depending on if people have left the closer area. Obviously, all the attention is here. All of the manpower and resources in an intense form is here within the city and our region.
Now, 18-year-old Patricia Van Buren and 27-year-old Tyshania Randolph were the latest accused of helping Van Buren evade law enforcement by bringing him to a home in Mississippi. 2 others, Lenton Van Buren Sr. and Angel McKee, were also arrested in connection with aiding and abetting Van Buren. Police say they housed him in the aftermath of the escape before he traveled to Mississippi. State police investigators began to track the 4 alleged accomplices from phone calls Van Buren made to one of his sisters from a jailhouse phone. He told her to be outside of the facility by 11:30 p.m. the night before the escape. Police say one of Van Buren's sisters told them she saw her brother via video call inside of the vehicle of one of Derek Grove's associates. Police say that woman, who has not yet been placed under arrest, allegedly dropped Van Buren off at McKee's house in New Orleans East. Now, anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of the men who are still at large are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. Law enforcement is offering a $20,000 reward per inmate for any leads that can lead to an arrest. This is Gabby Killett reporting in Baton Rouge, Fox 8, Local First.
All right, and then there were 2. Authorities recaptured Leo Tate, Jermaine Donald today north of Houston, Texas, after a high-speed chase.
Andres Fuentes joins us with the latest details on that.
John, Lauren, Huntsville police arrested both.
One down, sitting on the parking bench. These other 2, high-speed chase.
Tate and Donald with the help of other agencies. They say that they were both arrested at US 190 in Geneva in Walker County there in Huntsville, just north of Houston. Both Tate and Donald face additional charges tied to their police chase that they did today. We're waiting on more information as to exactly how that police chase started and how it eventually ended. The duo right now is being held at the Walker County Jail, and Fox 8 legal analyst Joe Responti says that they will soon be sent back to Louisiana in connection to the New Orleans jail escape and the charges that they were originally locked up for.
I don't think so, unless they committed some separate crime in Texas. They're going to be brought to a courtroom there, and they're going to be extradited back here.
Y'all heard that word extradited, right? I told y'all that's what they gonna do to Dirt. You know what I'm saying? With this Chicago shit he got going on. So not only he got that Cali shit, if he get up under that somehow, some way, or do his time there, he gonna get extradited to Chicago because he got shit out there. Same thing here. They caught them escapees in Texas. They gonna extradite them back to Louisiana, man. That's how this shit go.
That's what usually will occur.
Now, the arrest of the duo in Texas after the police chase and now Linton Van Buren in Baton Rouge comes after a massive 11-day search involving local, state, and federal agents across the region. Dillard University criminologist Dr. Ashraf Ishmael says that catching the escape inmates before they get settled into communities is crucial.
I felt the longer this went, the harder it was going to be to identify. Just from history, when the days go by, the longer it is to be able to identify and catch folks. And so it's certainly a positive. And certainly the idea where they've been located and identified in Baton Rouge and then two in Houston shows that we've obviously doing a very intense search.
Dr. Ashmael says that neighbors also are more at ease now after an inmate arrest, especially after the three today, with some families and some attorneys leaving the New Orleans area altogether due to fear that one of the inmates might try to locate them. Ashmael also says that it's encouraging to see so many tips about the location of those inmates come from people in the community. Back to you guys on the desk.
All right, thanks, Andres. With Van Buren, Tate, and
Hold on. Y'all heard that. They said with those arrests came from a lot of tips from people in the community, basically saying that people saw them and was telling on them. So don't think you about to just escape and you free and everybody, oh, he got out, he a real nigga. Man, people gonna tell on you, man. Straight up.
Donald all recaptured. That means the two.
You see these two right here? Derrick Groves and Antoine Macy. Those the two guys still at large. These guys is very dangerous.
Escapees remain Derrick Groves, who is a convicted murderer, Antoine Massey, an accused domestic abuser with a history of escapes.
All right. So, with that being said, right, as y'all can see, man, when this happened, 10 guys escaped. 10. They caught 5 of them instantly. The first one got him the same day. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he got out, he went live. They caught his ass right after that. Second one, I think they got him like a day or two later. You know what I'm saying? They took a picture with him side by side. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is a game to them. You know what I'm saying? And if you break their rules, they come get you. And this is how they come get you. You know, they take a picture with you proudly. Like, yeah, you escaped us, but we got you. And not only we recapture you, we about to give you more time and make you look like a damn idiot and fuck you over while you in there. You know what I'm saying? Since then, they've been catching them guys left and right. All of this ain't even been what, a week and a half, 2 weeks, and they done knocked off 8 out of 10 of them, and they done locked up 4 or 5 other people that was involved in it. Like this shit about to get real deep. You know what I'm saying? And I already said this. Like I said that Antoine Macy guy, I said he was the leader. He was the leader. This was his plan, and he put everybody up on it. He had everything set up. He the big fish. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the truth. That's what he is. He the big fish of this. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? His ass still at large. Him and what's the other guy? Derrick Groves. You know what I'm saying? Both of them guys, they both got murder cases. So I can understand why they running and ducking so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to be in there. you know. And this is what I told y'all before about prison is not no party. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be going to jail like it's nothing. Like, man, that shit is nothing but misery. And this right here proves that. You see these guys escape, they running away from that. You know what I'm saying? If prison was such a party, like how everybody make it seem by keep going there, keep getting locked up and all of this shit, why you got guys trying to escape it? I'm gonna give it a minute. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and answer that. You know what I'm saying? While I go ahead and hit myself with this prayer wipe. You know what I'm saying? You know how the pastors, they hit themselves with the napkin and you know, and they be going with that. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. While y'all tell me why, you know, these inmates decide they want to escape the party that they live in. You know what I'm saying? Drink pour, man. Y'all want to know what I'm on? The Tito's. You see, it's almost gone. I've been sipping, man. These guys, they don't understand, man, that, when you're on the streets committing these crimes, it comes with consequences that will end your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they got themselves into. They got themselves into a situation where it's going to end their life. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, what is they doing? They running from it. You know what I'm saying? Because they see how hard it is. They ran away from it. You know, I was talking with my best friend about this earlier, and she was saying about, the guys that's still free, what if they ran to Mexico or something like that? Basically saying they crossed the border. I told her, I'm like, look, the US got jurisdiction into any country in the world. You know what I'm saying? What you mean by that, Mr. Roller? You got to think America is the bullies of the world. We done went to war with everybody, and we done won every war, every war. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, it's been a couple of wars that we didn't win, but just to say, if the U.S. went to war with the world 100 times, we didn't won 90 to 95 of them battles. You know what I'm saying? So if we get into it with another country or anything, the U.S. could step over there and say, "Hey, y'all want these problems? Y'all know how we coming." You know what I'm saying? In these countries, they ain't gonna want that smoke. So if they got a guy like this that committed a murder, got locked up, they processed him in, they booked him, and he in jail, right? And then he escaped out of jail and run to another country. Guess what's gonna happen? He gonna get caught on facial recognition. I done told y'all before about how today's technology work. They don't gotta run and chase you no more. Everything is being recorded. You know what I'm saying? So they faces is gonna be seen somewhere somehow. Facial recognition. A camera is gonna recognize their face and red flag them. Hey, them guys over here in Havana, Cuba, right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's 5, 6 years from now, that facial recognition is gonna catch their face someday. They can cut all their hair off, they can cut their beard off, they can switch up their whole style. Facial recognition is gonna catch them. Let me hit y'all with that pastor napkin again one more time, because I'm preaching, man. I'm letting y'all know that them guys, they gonna get caught. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But like I was saying, man, just in case them guys do escape to a whole nother country or anything like that, all the US gonna do is step over there and say, "Hey, we got a guy over here that escaped our custody. We coming to get him." And if that country say, "Oh no, nah, y'all can't step over here," guess what the US gonna say? "Y'all want to go to war again? Y'all want to do this again? We over here to recapture one of our escapees, not one of y'all's, one of ours. Y'all don't give us what we want, we gonna do that again." You know what I'm saying? Just look at it this way. If we could put boots on the ground and go step on their territory to kill their soldiers, what make you think that they won't step into their office and say, "Hey, we here to get this guy. You don't give him here, we gonna come after you all of y'all and him as well. And guess what them countries gonna say? All right, go ahead. Let the U.S. have him. He ain't one of ours anyway. Go get him. Yeah, he in that little hut over there in the corner. He got two Asian women in there with him. Go get him right now. Cause they ain't gonna want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like the US coming. And they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So even if these guys do run to another country, man, it's only a certain length of time that they got before the US come get them, man. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Remember Saddam Hussein? Remember Osama bin Laden? Just to name a couple. And these big time bosses in their own country. And the US stepped over there and got their ass. So what make you think that the US can't step onto these soils and pick up their own captured inmates that they already had captured? It's only a matter of time before them last two guys get caught. And when they catch them, they gonna use the other eight guys to testify on them to bury them guys. You know what I'm saying? That's just how this go. I'm telling y'all before this happened, when they catch them last two guys and they run them through court and everything, I can guarantee you that them last two guys was the two guys that started this whole thing from the beginning. And it's all gonna unfold when they finally get caught. Remember, I told y'all this, man. Again, at the end of the day, you can't play the system. When they send you and tell you you gotta do your punishment and do your time, you gotta do that. Ain't no way around it, no matter how you feel. You might temporarily get out, but you're gonna spend a lifetime in prison, man. And that's what's gonna happen to these guys. Mark my word. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pull Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.